So the only way I've ever figured out to become more confident in dating is to become competent. So that's an old quote that I heard years ago from Tony Robbins. Competence breeds confidence. Playing a video game, like I just started playing Silent Hill 2. Totally different controls. The character moves very different than Cyberpunk or Red Dead Redemption. Driving a car. First time you do that, pretty nervous. I got a motorcycle. I had to learn how to drive all over again. Anytime you're doing something new, you're nervous. It's challenging. You have to learn it all over again. You have to learn it. I know the controller, but different button layout. As you play it longer and longer, as you do it more, you start understanding it. You know the buttons, you know which way you need to turn the wheel or the handlebars on the bike, and you get better and better at it along the way. And eventually, it goes from being in your conscious mind to your unconscious mind. And so now you're on autopilot. You can just do it without thinking. You can play video games and talk to someone else and still beat the bad guy that used to give you all this trouble. Or the other analogy I always use is like driving a car. When you're young, you get your driver's permit, you're trying to find an address, very difficult. You got to turn the radio down, you got to tell everyone to shut up so you can focus. But nowadays you're an adult, you're on the freeway, you're listening to the radio, you're driving with your knee, you have a Starbucks or a McDonald's burger in your hand and you're eating while you're driving on the freeway with one hand, and that's something that would have killed you years ago. So how do you get better at dating is by dating. How do you get better at driving, more confident at driving a car or a motorcycle, is by doing it. So it goes from the conscious mind to the unconscious mind, and then it lets you use your conscious mind for other things, like actively listening. So that way when I ask a girl a question, I can actually pay attention to what she says, and I can ask great follow-up questions. Or I can be aware of other things around me because I already have the conversation covered.